So let's talk about the future, Joe. What do you see? What future plans?
Crystal ball?
Yeah, what's your crystal ball at Ford Philanthropy in moving forward? Is there anything in particular?
I think we definitely, I think we've come a long way in just continue to enhance and focus like our strategic framework, building on the values of the company, the expertise of the company, the relationships that we've built over 75 years as a philanthropic company. But I think a big part of this is the continued learning that we talked about. So where do we go deeper? Where do we go bigger? Where do we invest more? And I think that really has to be based on where are we having the most impact? Where does it make the most sense for Ford Philanthropy to show up? And I think, last year, I think I mentioned we invested a little over $5 million in mobility solutions. And this year we'll be at about $7 million. And so in just the mobility space, because again, that's a cross thread through all of our focus areas, it's been this progression of learning. And so we talk about, the public-private philanthropic relationships. So we're seeing those dynamics. So when I think of the future, I think it's doubling down. It's understanding what impact is actually happening in the community. And then I think we've really done a good job of understanding that we need to be in community to understand the community. Yeah. And so looking at those grants that we've made over the last couple of years, continuing to build really deep relationships with nonprofit partners, because you all are the experts. The community members are the experts, and we're here to amplify, unlock, and support innovative solutions. So I think when we think about moving forward, we want to continue to dig deep on the mobility and transportation access. How can that be something that is a really strong through thread in all our grant making, not just in the U.S. but globally. So that's sort of where I think the immediate future goes. And then there's always emerging technologies too that I think come into play.